Welcome back, everybody. It's another fragrance video. I know you guys have been like, your girl has not been putting out any perfume content in a minute. Well, I got you covered, and I got a way for you to save a coin while you smell like $1,000,000. So today's video is brought to you by one of the fragrance houses I have been wanting to work with for a minute. I finally got a chance to work with them. So Alt Fragrances, I want to thank you before we even get started for this video. Alt hook your girl up so I can hook y'all up. So I have a fragrance set of the women's favorites, plus I have 3 more fragrances to share with you. It's gonna be a little bit of a lengthy video. Grab yourself a snack, grab a drink, come on back. We are gonna talk about how to smell like you spent about $2 grand for a little bit of nothing. So in doing this, I don't want to come on, you guys already know, most of the time I will not come on and be like, oh, look what I got, you know, and not give you guys all the deets. I like to give you all the information right up front, what it really smells like. So I went ahead and picked some fragrances that I already have the bottles for. So your girl got the receipts here, and we're going to go through it. We're going to check it out, see how it compares to the original. So in this set that I got right here, we have the Baccarat Rouge 540 inspired fragrance called Crystal, the Lost Cherry inspired fragrance called Cherry Smash, which is a hit. We have the Delina inspired fragrance called Duchess. We have the Mademoiselle inspired fragrance called Mistress. And we have the Black Opium inspired fragrance, and that is called Fleur Noir. These bottles are 5 milliliters. I just wanted to point that out. So you are getting a great amount to be able to sample a fragrance. So you get 5 of these in this set. This is not the only bundle. This was the bundle I picked because in knowing I was going to do a video for you guys, I wanted to pick one of the most popular bundles. And this bundle is 5 fragrances for, I believe it's $49 for 5 fragrances. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first fragrance, I'll just use the one I already picked up, which is Duchess. Now Duchess is the one that smells like Delina. I am not a Delina fan. I know people live and die for them some Delina. It is like known as the pretty girl fragrance. I'm just, you know, for me, Delina has a very sharp note to it that I just can't get past. I have a sample of Delina, a decant of it. You guys know I work with Scent Split, and I get most of my decants from them. Delina just has, I don't know if it's like a green note or something, but it is a very sharp opening, and I just can't get past that note. But if you love Delina, go ahead and pick up Duchess because it smells the same. You get that same opening. I actually like this version better because to me, you do not get that sharp opening. You do get it, but it's not as sharp as with Delina. You saw the spray, didn't you? Let me do that again so you guys can see that. You get the opening, but it's not as sharp as with Delina. I enjoyed wearing this. I was really, really shocked. This was the one out of the whole set that I was just kind of like, oh, you know, like I'm doing it for the team. I know everybody loves this scent, but I'm just like, oh, but this was beautiful. So I made myself some notes for you guys. So for Delina, well, Duchess, let me see. I put this on at 4:40 in the evening, and I have a note saying it's not as sharp as the original. I could still smell it at 11 p.m. It wasn't, because I did a test. So I did the original on the right and did the alt version, the alt fragrance on the left. So I said I could smell it in my elbow at 11 p.m. but I couldn't smell it still on the wrist. But you know your elbow is still gonna hold that fragrance longer because it's a closed in space. So. Really shocked by this one. Duchess is a winner. If you are somebody that just couldn't get past whatever that sharp note is in Delina, give this one a try because it is absolutely beautiful and I'm a fan. Next up we have Cherry Smash. This is such a beloved fragrance in the alt community. I do not have a Tom Ford full bottle fragrance. Your girl just ain't got the money like that to be doing it. So I got mine from Royalty Scents. So, and you see it is almost gone. So I have been putting a hurting on Lost Cherry by Royalty Scents. Oh, I love this fragrance so much. It is just this beautiful cherry fragrance. So I'm just gonna spray the Royalty Scents one right here. Beautiful, soft, pretty. And I'm gonna spray the Cherry Smash. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I love Cherry Smash. It is beautiful. If you are somebody that doesn't want to get the Tom Ford version Cherry Smash, this is great. Now Tom Ford's is a little bit more powdery. Cherry Smash, you get more cherry than you do in the Tom Ford fragrance. I do like it though. So for Cherry Smash, I put this on at 12:30. Now, Lost Cherry is not the longest lasting fragrance, the Tom Ford version. Just gonna put that out there. It's not known for being like an all-day beast mode fragrance. So I put on Cherry Smash at 12:30. At 5:30, that's when I stopped smelling it. So I said that the alt fragrance was, it had a slight metallic note to it in the beginning, but it was still sweet and I could smell it in my elbow slightly at 5:30, very similar to the OG scent. And I said it's slightly sweeter. So yeah, it's stronger. It's actually stronger than Lost Cherry. So I do want to put that out there. So if you were somebody that thought Lost Cherry was like a little bit too powdery, it was like too much of other stuff other than the cherry and you wanted more cherry, go ahead and pick this one up, the Cherry Smash. It is really good. I love this one as well. Next up is Fleur Noir, and this fragrance is the Black Opium inspired fragrance. Now, I haven't bought Black Opium in a while. It is a classic fragrance. Most perfume lovers have it in their collection. I probably have like a decant somewhere, but I knew I want, oh, this is leaking. I knew I wanted to pick this one up because it's such a perfume lover's fragrance. And there we go. It's just beautiful. It's just this beautiful, sexy fragrance. I like this one a lot. I had to look up the notes for this one since I don't have a bottle of it to remember the fragrance notes. It's an Oriental vanilla. You guys know I love me some vanilla. And it opens with notes of pear, pink pepper, and orange blossom. And then it says, it has coffee, jasmine, bitter almond, and then it boils down to the base notes of vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and cedar. It is a sweet, cozy scent that they recommend for the winter. It is absolutely beautiful. Love this one as well. Just a gorgeous fragrance. I wear stuff whenever, so I don't do the seasonal thing, but if you are a seasonal fragrance wearer, this is definitely fall and winter. So for Black Opium, I put it on at 12:30, and by 4:30, I could not smell it at all. So not exactly a beast mode performer, but it smells so good, I don't care about reapplying. Next up is Mistress. Now, Mistress is the fragrance that is inspired by Mademoiselle by Chanel. You guys know I'm a Chanel lover, so you already knew I had this fragrance. So this is the Mademoiselle fragrance. I have both the intense version and the regular version, but I wanted to compare the alt version to the original. So the alt version, upon first sniff, I already knew what it was. So that lets you know right there, it's a good dupe. So I'm going to spray the Chanel fragrance. And yeah, it's dead on. I think the Chanel fragrance might just be a hair sweeter, and that's it. I was really pleasantly surprised by this one. So let me go ahead and show you what my notes said in comparison. So I put on Mistress. Let me see. I put it on at 5:30 in the evening, and I wrote down that this was a very close dupe. And I said that, let me see, hubby actually said that the alt fragrance was stronger than the original. So that lets you know right there, this is spot on. So I said by 1 a.m. I could still smell the alt fragrance slightly, and this, the original, was gone. And I promise I did not do this on purpose, but let's just go ahead and get the most expensive fragrance out the way. That is Baccarat Rouge 540, and we have the dupe by Alt, and it is called Crystal Noir 23. So I could not wait to try this out. So nothing really smells like Baccarat Rouge. I know there are a lot of dupes out there. Some are good, some are like, Baccarat is just a very different fragrance. It smells different on everybody. So I'm just going to put that out there. So when you spray the alt version, when you smell it, it does smell just like Baccarat. I do like it. It is a good dupe. So I'm spraying that, and now I'm going to spray the original just to give you a comparison. Oh, my sprayed, y'all. So I have the alt version right here. I have the original right here. I'm trying to clear my palette out now. And it's pretty much a dead on. Now I will say, I believe the Baccarat is a little stronger. To me, the alt version is a little lighter. But I mean, it's a pretty good dupe for the original. If I didn't have a bottle here and I smelt somebody wearing this, I would think that they had it on just by, you know, a glance of a sniff. Baccarat is a fragrance. It comes off strong, then it disappears. So you really need to do a wear test with this one, because right now it's slightly, the original is still slightly stronger, but as time goes on, this is going to disappear. It is a fragrance that like disappears on your skin, and then you smell it here and there. It's not like a constant smell. So yeah, it's already starting. The original is already starting to fade out a little bit. And the alt version still smells pretty much like it did when I first sprayed it. So I have on my notes that I could smell Baccarat slightly more. And I put the fragrance on at 12:30. And by 5:30, the fragrance was gone, which is about right even for the original. So yeah, I could smell the original slightly more, but that was about it. I think this is an outstanding dupe, and really, I would say it is the closest dupe that I have smelled to the original. I got the Sol de Janeiro fragrance, the Shadosa 68, which is that new pink one. It comes off, it's a pretty good dupe as well, but it's a fragrance mist. It's not going to last, you know, but about that long. So if you want a perfume dupe, I would say give this one a try. Okay, so let's move on to the full-size fragrances that I received. So the first one, y'all know I had to get it. You guys know I love me some Love by Killian. So this is Bold Love. I enjoyed this one as well, which you knew I would because I love the original fragrance. So for this one, it's a very, very good dupe for it. So this is the original bottle. Y'all already know I got it. And I don't know why I haven't put a bigger dent in this. I have the bottle. I have the Extreme, which I go back and forth between. I also have a refill for this. So why I have not put more of a dent in this, I don't know. But spraying the original, trying not to spray all this time. It's right on. It is a dead ringer dupe for the original. So I mean, they killed it with this one. It is, if you don't want to pay the money to get this one, go ahead and pick this one up. I absolutely love it. So for Love, Bold Love, I put this one on at 8:30 in the morning, and I could still smell it at 2:30. And I did say that I put Love on the right, and I put the alt fragrance on the left. And so for the alt fragrance, I have down that I had alt on the left. I couldn't smell it by 2:30. And then on the side where I had the original fragrance, I said, you know, I could barely smell it, but it was one of those things that when you put a perfume on and it starts disappearing, and it's like you don't really know what it was you put on by the time it disappears. That was how I felt about the original. So not that big of a difference by the time the fragrance finally wore down, but it is spot on. So nailed it. Love this. Would definitely repurchase. Next up is Cafe. This is the fragrance that is inspired by Maison Margiela's Coffee Break. I absolutely love this fragrance. I love the original. It don't last hardly at all, but I love it so much. I just absolutely adore it. I do not have a full bottle of the original. I've just always been on the fence on getting it because I know it doesn't last long. I have a decant that I have gotten over and over again from Scent Split. So I actually know what the fragrance smells like, and you see it is almost gone. So when I had an opportunity to pick what fragrances I wanted, this one was a definite because my decant is pretty much gone. So in case you don't know, this is an orange blossom fragrance. It opens with orange blossom and patchouli. Then it transitions to fresh ground notes of coffee, milk, and lavender. And your heart notes are vanilla, cedar, and vetiver. What is not to love from this fragrance? It smells so good. And you would think something with like a lavender note and a coffee would not work. It's like lavender mixed with coffee and vanilla and cream. Oh, it's so beautiful. And once again, they nailed it with this dupe. I absolutely love it. And since I knew I was getting it, I've just been holding on to this decant forever. But it is spot on. In the decant, there is a slight heavier coffee note, but upon first spray, like if I didn't have this decant, you guys knew I could smell the coffee from this anyway. absolutely beautiful. They nailed it. Like I said, a slightly heavier coffee note in the original, but that's it. The lavender's still there, the cream. Absolutely gorgeous. Nailed it. And last but certainly not least, I am a Maison Margiela fan. I do not have any full-size bottles. I keep saying I need to catch one of those friends and family sales, which they do here and there, where you can get 20% off. I have been wanting to try this fragrance forever. I finally got my hands on it. This is the alt version, which is Serene Green Tea. This is inspired by Matcha Meditation by Maison Margiela. I've heard wonderful, wonderful things about this fragrance. It's a green tea noted fragrance. Now I do have Princess by Killian, which is also a fragrance that has that tea note in it. So knowing that I love that, I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and try this one. And it definitely kind of gives me that princess vibe, but you can smell the tea. It's very sweet. It's kind of powdery. There's almost like a chocolatey type smell that comes from this. It is gorgeous. I see why everybody was so intrigued with this fragrance. So let me go ahead and, oh, they got a whole fragrance pyramid on the page for you guys. So this is the pyramid here. So you have the green tea and the bergamot at the top. For the mid notes, you have jasmine and orange blossom, which I absolutely love. And for the base notes, it looks like white chocolate, moss, and cedar. So you have all that going on in this fragrance, and you can smell pretty much everything in this fragrance. For me, like I said, it's the tea, it's the chocolate, that sweet orange blossom. It's just really, really beautiful. And it sounds like with all that, it shouldn't work, but it does. Everything is blended so beautifully in this fragrance. I absolutely love this. So it says that it opens with the nutty green matcha brightened by citrus notes, and then the sweetness of the white chocolate accompanies the notes of jasmine, orange blossom, and cedar as the serene green tea dries on skin. So once again, this is one of those where it's going to kind of change over time as it dries down. Absolutely beautiful. Let me give you my thoughts on this one as well. I didn't even tell you my thoughts on cafe. Okay, green tea though. I put this on at 12:30. I could not smell it at 5:30. It started to fizzle after about 4 hours. So I've heard from this fragrance house, Maison Margiela, they're not exactly known for beast mode type fragrances, but some are kind of beastly, some aren't. I'm guessing this is one that is not as well, but it smells so good. I don't care if I need to reapply. And I just went on and on about this and didn't even tell you guys my thoughts on it. So for cafe, I put this on at 7:30 p.m. I could still smell it at 12:30 a.m. Yes, your girl was up late. So love this one as well. Good staying power. Yeah, it's a winner. So this was my first encounter with alt fragrances at all, and I will say I am pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I picked fragrances I had because I wanted to come to you guys with real life true comparisons, and they are doing it. I am really, really shocked at how much these fragrances are just knocking it out of the park. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put a link down below, and if you go on my Instagram or Twitter or whatever where I have my links, you will find alt fragrances. Just click on that link. It will take you directly to the website, and you will be able to save 10% off of any fragrance on the website using that link, and that is my personal link that I'm sharing with you guys in order to help you save some money. So you're already going to be getting a fragrance, a designer fragrance on the low, but you're also going to be able to save 10% off while you're doing it. So it's a win-win. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have tried all the fragrances. Do you have any favorites? Do you have some fragrances that you want me to check out for you to find out, you know, what the take is? You guys know I have an arsenal of fragrances over here. So if it's something that you want me to check out to figure out if it smells like the real deal or not, or if it's a good dupe, go ahead, list it below, and I will go ahead and pick those up for you and do another review for you. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.